Played a few indie games in my life, including Hollow Knight and Hyper Light Drifter. So when I was trying 2 weeks ago to get a new indie game for my system, I was introduced to Death's Door. It had beautiful reviews all round, so I really wanted to test it out, but for some reason I didn't get it at that time. So color me surprised when the very game I wanted to get eventually was suddenly available on mobile, and it was all thanks to Netflix. So I decided to get the game, check it out on mobile and see whether it lives up to the hype or whether the ported game has been trashed, and give you guys my honest review. So here it is. Death's Door is an action-adventure title made by Acid Nerve and published by Devolver Digital. And if that name rings a bell, well, they have published quite a good game list, from Gris to Sword of Ditto, and even the very engaging My Friend Pedro. The game follows a raven who happens to be a Grim Reaper as he travels through power-souled doors to retrieve more souls, and as the receptionist rightfully said, it's kind of a rat race. The story goes a lot deeper than the premise, so I definitely won't spoil it for you. The graphics bear similarities with a lot of their release titles, with polished 3D graphics and detailed environments. The Aragon animation when you get hit is absolutely adorable and hilarious, just wanted to point that out. The music is also very good, nuanced and adventure-like, but still fitting with the entire Death Grim Reaper vibe. The controls consist of an action button to interact with the environment, the roll button to invade enemies, a slash and an aim button to fire your arrow. Pretty simplistic, but you can chain said buttons to complete complex demands, like the roll and smash option or the heavy attack function. It has a sort of semi-open world connected via doors, which are a big deal in the game. Each area or world seems intricately connected, with many blocked off areas that become available as you solve puzzles and beat bosses. The NPC have life and depth to their character. That's where you begin to see the similarities to the Souls games often compared to. The healing mechanic stands out, even among a lot of adventure games, and it involves a seed and a plant. You find the seeds scattered around the map and even hidden in some areas. Plant them in a special pot and harvest them to heal. A pretty roundabout way to heal, but it kind of adds a layer of difficulty to the game. And that brings me to the combat is fluent, fast and engaging, with responsive touch controls even on mobile. The aiming may be a bit challenging, but nothing you can't handle, and the control setting also has adjustments, so that's that. I really have to emphasize on how much better the controls feel, especially compared to most ported games that have just awful touch controls. That was quite hard for me to manage, especially if you don't have a gamepad like me, example being Eldrand. Its difficulty has been compared a lot to Souls game, with people outrightly calling it one. But throughout my game time, or throughout my playtime, which is around 30 minutes or so, I haven't really found any bosses or mobs too difficult for me to handle. I normally clear them in the first try, but that's just me. But I did find similarities to Zelda-style puzzles mechanics when I entered the second zone. Speaking of mobs, there are also a lot of variety of mobs, each bringing their style, so it never feels monotonous. The bosses are also incredible, not too difficult but also pretty challenging. Just evade the attacks and you are good to go. Their control schemes and overall combat animations is really well thought out, and the hitboxes are surprisingly nimble, because there are some places that I have gotten hit but I just evaded them. Pretty daunting if you ask me. In conclusion, it's a well-received game, something I've emphasized throughout the videos, and it didn't lose that spark transitioning to the mobile platform. So I will give it a 5 out of 5 astronauts. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section what other game you would like me to review, and if you really want to check out the game, you just have to have a Netflix subscription, and that's the beauty of it. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next one, and I'm out though.